Good evening, Ethan, back for another beer review, and I'm going to be reviewing. There's a glare. Pluff Mud Porter. This is out of Charleston, South Carolina. Brewed and canned at Holy City Brewing, North Charleston, South Carolina. I've been to Charleston. It's a beautiful city. I went twice in 2018. A lot of fun. Beautiful city. The alcohol by volume is 5.5%. This is a 12-ounce can. I got a six-pack at Publix when I went to South Carolina 3 weeks ago, back in the middle of May. I went to Hilton Head, and I saw this six-pack of a porter at a Publix supermarket, so I said, well, I'll get it and try it, and so I saved the last one to review. Holy City Brewing out of Charleston. It's about a 2-hour drive northeast of Hilton Head. Let's go ahead and crack into it. It gets an 85 on Beer Advocate. I needed to go ahead and review it because it had been sitting in my fridge for a while. I don't like to let beer sit too long. This is a lower alcohol beer, so it probably needed to be drank, before too long. So I just wanted to go ahead and review it. About a 2-finger dark khaki head. The appearance of the beer is very dark brown, not black. You see a little bit of red ruby tints as you hold it up to the light in front of the window here. Almost black. It's got a nice, see-through kind of appearance presentation for a porter, a lower alcohol porter. Doesn't look weak and thin. From just looking at it, it doesn't look too thin. 5.5, so, a little lower, but that's kind of typical, really, for a porter. A porter is meant to be lighter than a stout. This is not meant to be a robust, big, high-alcohol beer. 5.5 is kind of typical for your porters. A lot of craft porters, you will find insanely high alcohols, by volume, 7, 8, 9, 10, even for porters, like the Panther Cub, which is fantastic. It's really more like a stout. This, from what I recall, it's been about a month since I had the other ones, is much lighter, and it's more typical of what a porter should be and usually typically is. The head died down quick. Let's get an aroma on this real quick. You get a toasty bread and malt aroma, very forward. Nice breadiness, biscuity, a little bit of toasted bread, almost like a toast even, but not a brown toast, just a nice crisp toastiness. And I believe price-wise this wasn't too bad. That was one of the reasons I got it, actually. I think it was like $9.99 for a 6-pack of cans, so that's not bad for craft beer prices these days. You can pay some exorbitant prices sometimes, and $9.99, not bad, all things considered. So that's part of the reason I picked it up. That's what attracted me to it. Let's go ahead and try it. Okay, so nice standard all-around toasty breadiness, nice malt presentation, low bitterness, low hop. On the back of the can, they say Puff Mud. Oh, I'm sorry, Pluff Mud. Pluff. Pluff Mud. Excuse me. I think I said Puff. Pluff. Pluff Mud is a mixture of dirt and water indigenous to the marshes of the South Carolina low country. It's flat, swampy, kind of scrubland in southern South Carolina, much like southern Georgia and most of the southern region of the Gulf states. With a distinct odor that's endearing to locals but off-putting to tourists and redcoats. Our second flagship beer was an effort to bring the American porter style to the Charleston market proper, while also making a beer that stays appealing as the mercury rises. So that's a great point, because this beer, it was warm when I drank it, and it's warm today, humid, rainy, stormy, humid, 80. And this is a great porter for even hot weather, because it's kind of light, it's drinkable, it's refreshing, and it's not overly thick and heavy like some of those Founders Porters might be for this time of year. Here we are in early to mid-June, you want something drinkable, you want something refreshing and lighter, really. And this is a good porter for the summer. It really is. That's a great point. I agree with that 100%, what they say on the can. I would not want to drink a, that cinnamon roll stout that I had back in February or March. Now, the 13% Imperial Stout, that'd be a little much for now. I mean, I would drink it. I drink all kind of beer all year round. It doesn't really matter to me, but this would be a better summertime porter for sure, or stout. Guinness 4.2 would be a good stout in summer. This drinks medium body, medium mouthfeel, not overbearing, not too harsh, but again, a lot of flavor. Nice toasted barley, malt. You get a nice breadiness, low bitterness, no alcohol to speak of. 5.5 is very hidden. That's pretty low anyway. It's very sessionable for a porter. Very sessionable, actually, compared to a lot of those you can get and a lot that I have reviewed in the past. Yeah, a craft porter out of South Carolina, Charleston. I imagine Charleston has a lot of craft breweries. It's a pretty kind of a hopping city. There's a big, large, mid late 20s age group from what I saw. So I'm sure a lot of breweries, a lot of that age group loves going to breweries, and I'm sure there's a lot of breweries in Charleston, South Carolina. It seems to be a very kind of hip city, so to speak. But yeah, this one's good. I really like it. It's just what a porter should be. It's nothing crazy good. It's nothing extraordinary or different tasting. It's just a standard low ABV porter. I'd give it a 94. It's quite good. 94, it might sound a little high to some people, but I don't care. I mean, it's good for what it is. It's exactly what it should be for the style of a porter. 94 is a fair score to me. I mean, it deserves it. It's drinkable. It's really refreshing with a nice flavor, but again, not overbearing. 94 out of 100 for the Pluff Mud Porter. It's got a cool can art. It's kind of like a green and a brown, sort of a, swampy dirt kind of look. Got the guy on the front. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, 94 out of 100 for the Pluff Mud Porter. Cheers, and thank you for watching.